Hey Bobby,
Hello, Shona. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm so glad you joined me tonight.
Thank you.
So I wanted to just kind of do a small wrap up, not
Sorry.
completely because we have another wrap up at the end of the week, but
Mm-hmm.
kind of want to conclude how everything's going as far as what we talked about last week, as far as speaking up in class more, your presentation skills, being more assertive to your boss. So I just want to give you the floor right now and how far have you come?
I've been doing good. I've been speaking up in class more. This week I talked in class for a little bit in my financial class. We were just discussing our final projects, and I had some questions and some stuff to say. And I didn't really hesitate too much to say it or anything. I just kind of went with it and did what I needed to do. So it went pretty well. Obviously nobody said anything like, "Oh no, what are you doing, you idiot?" Not like I was thinking they were, but it went well. So, and then I have my presentation coming up in a week or so that I have to do for that class too. But I feel I'm going to be pretty prepared for that.
You're gonna be prepared for that.
Yeah.
Have you been practicing like we talked about as far with close friends and family as far as it?
I have not yet. I don't have my presentation done yet. But I do plan on practicing with them. Most likely family. Because my friends will probably be too bored with the presentation to sit around and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be pretty bored with the presentation. Um, but yeah, I do plan on practicing. I might even record myself doing it, like with this thing, and see what I can improve upon. So I figured I just recently thought about doing that, thinking that might be a good way to see how I actually act and react, and I can monitor myself, behavioral monitoring myself that way.
Yeah. I know we talked about also just speaking up with their ideas with their family and friends as well, not the presentation itself. Just like you know how at first we get problems like saying what's on your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering, just their friends and family, have you like really spoken your mind and been confident with what you've been saying?
Yeah, I've it's never been a huge problem with those people. It's mostly like in class and at work, but yeah, I have been. It's been working out well so far. So
How about at work? Any instances?
recently, actually, yeah, scheduling thing happened. I've been I've been closing the bar on Friday nights, and it's a big night. Our business has been slow lately, and it's a night I can make money because I have regulars coming in, and it's really important that I keep that night. But this has only been going on for the last like 2 or 3 weeks. I had just gotten Friday nights closed, but I realized some regulars coming and everything. And then another bartender who I work with, he used to close Friday nights, and like I said, it's slow and he needs those too. So our boss, I don't know if he realized what he was doing or not, but my manager, like I'm now this week I'm not closing. I'm volume, which doesn't make like any money. I just help out the closing bartender pretty much, and I'll walk out with a little money. But I talked to him about it, and he's like, "Yeah, well, I see where you're coming from, but I also need to make sure that the other guy is getting everything he needs to. It's not a one-way street. So we'll talk. So when he comes into work and when there's time, we'll all talk about it." So I agreed to that. Obviously, it's a good way to solve things. And what we figured out was we are going to do a type of like a rotation. Because the way things work is you have a volume and a closer on Friday nights. The volume is there at 4, and usually they're like 8:39. And the closer is there till close, which is like 3. And they're the one that makes the most money. So what we're going to do is we're going to rotate one week. I'm going to be the volume, and the next week I'm going to be the closer. And same thing with the other guy I'm working with. And, it works out great for both of us. Well, not great. I'd rather have closing all the time.
Yeah.
But I realize I can't do that. I can't, screw my buddy over, because he's in the same spot I am. It's important that we have these nights to pay bills. So, but I feel if I hadn't spoken up to my manager, I might have just been stuck on volume, or we might have been flip-flopping in a random order, never knowing what's going on. So I think this way it's better.
I'm very proud of you, Bobby.
Thank
I'm
you.
very proud of you. Like you said, like if you didn't say anything, you could have just had volume and not gotten what you want. I'm glad you're being more confident at work. Do you think that these sessions are helping you stay what's on your mind?
Yeah, definitely. These sessions, and then sticking to my evaluation, or it's not evaluation,
Development plan?
development plan. Sticking with that has been helpful, and it makes me. It's I'm not motivated. It's just that there's so little instances in where I can apply it, except for in class or if things happen at work. And it just so happened, something happened at work where I'm like, oh, I can use this, and I decided to do it, and it worked out well. So I figured, if it works once, I'm gonna keep trying it. If it ever happens again, just keep at it like that.
Exactly. I was also wondering, have you been telling the amount of times you speak up in class as well as saying what's on your mind?
Yeah, I do. Like last business class, I spoke up like 4 times or something like that. I don't have my sheet of paper on me, but I something like 4 times, and it was all relevant, and some of it started other conversations, or some of them added on to a conversation that had been starting. So, feeling pretty good about that. Works out well.
And I'm proud of you once again. And I'm wondering, were you prepared, or was the topic you were interested in, or?
Yeah, I was prepared.
Okay.
I'm not super interested in the topic. It's classes business and financial literacy for HR professionals.
Mm-hmm.
I hate finances. I absolutely hate math and all that financial stuff, but it's not a whole lot of math that we're doing. It's just looking at the numbers, knowing what they mean and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's not super interesting for me, but I do the readings, and I'm prepared for class. And I'm actually, for the project that we have to do for that class, I'm researching Google. That is actually interesting. So we're kind of trying to piggyback off that part to add to that the conversation. Use that one little part of the interesting part to throw it into address the more mundane areas of class, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I'm prepared, and I'm finding new ways to make class better and more interesting, so I can be more focused and be more willing to participate rather than just trying to participate even though I'm not interested just to participate. So.
Wow, once again, I'm very proud of you, Bobby. It seems like you've really turned around.
Yeah, it's been helpful. So these coaching sessions have. You've been doing a good job.
Thanks.
Yeah, so
Okay, so I also want to touch on, I know last week we ended with, if I haven't heard from you as far as your tallies going up with you speaking, I was going to email you and possibly do a additional phone call. But when I emailed you, you stated you were doing fine, and you were answering class in your business literacy class.
Yep, it's true. I have been doing well. It's just unfortunate that my only other class besides these two is ethics, and that's an online class.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a choice but to respond to obviously like posts and stuff like that. But it's not like a classroom. It's not like a group experience where I would be more hesitant to say something or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel though. Excuse me, sorry. I didn't get much sleep last night. Where was I? I feel that doing the speaking up in class is going to be helping out next semester. I have 3 classes. They're all on campus. 3 of my core classes. So I should be able to be using that pretty well. Looking forward to it. I just think it's being better. It's not necessarily raising or lowering my grade, because I don't think my grade's always been pretty decent participation-wise, even though I haven't been participating as much as I think I should. I think it might raise a little bit. Otherwise, it's just good. It's just good for me to do.
Do you think your teachers or even your boss has recognized that you have been taking your ground and been saying what's on your mind and being more confident with your answers?
Yeah, I think my teachers probably noticed. I'm sure they have. From the beginning of the semester till now, must have. They have to have noticed, I would say. So they haven't said anything directly, but I'm not looking for them to say anything directly. I haven't asked them either. But as far as my boss goes, I'm sure he has too. I'm pretty sure, because before, if I had an issue with my scheduling and anything like that, I'd broach the subject a little bit, and then I wouldn't, he'd say something, and I'd kind of just leave it as is and wouldn't approach it again, just let it lie. Now, he said, like last time, he said, he mentioned something about like, I don't know if I can do that. I'm like, well, I came up with the idea with him to talk with me and the other guy, and we worked out a plan to rotate hours instead of just, one of us getting it and the other one of us not getting it. So it worked out well. He has to know it's sad. So
Okay. I want to